Welcome to Reclaim Your Life with Irina, the show that helps you heal, rebuild confidence, and live with purpose. In today's episode, you'll meet Gloria Carpenter, a best-selling author and a dream builder coach who turned pain into power. You'll learn how to break free from self-doubt, stop comparing yourself to others, and reconnect with your intuition. If you ever felt stuck, this episode will remind you that it's never too late to believe in yourself again. Get ready to reclaim your life, discover inspiring stories, practical tools, and the path to true happiness. This is Reclaim Your Life with Irina. Let's begin the journey. Before we start the next conversation, I want to invite you to check out my amazing book, The Gift Inside, a powerful guide for healing your body, mind, and soul. Reclaim your strengths and awaken your true potential. Whether you are navigating heartbreak or simply seeking deeper fulfillment, this book offers the tools to turn your struggles into triumphs. It is time to unlock the gift within you. Available now on Amazon, or you can check it out on my website www.irinashehovtsov.com. Gloria Carpenter. She is the best-selling author of Power Up Your Dreams, Moving from Self-Defeat to Self-Belief, a professional singer and a dream builder coach. She believes that each one of us deserves to live a life we absolutely love living, and I love having Gloria here with us today. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Irina. So great to be here.
Thank you. So please share with us who you are in your own words.
Well, hello, everybody. Yes, my name is Gloria Carpenter, and I just wanted to come onto this podcast because I went through a very, very difficult childhood. And because of that, I internalized everything and I did not believe in myself. So I just wanted to come and tell you my story because I hope that if anybody is going through the same kind of difficulties, that they will have some kind of epiphany that, yes, they matter.
Thank you. Yeah. So what was that breaking point in your life that caused you to reclaim your life?
Okay. So I never, like I said, I came from a broken family, so I didn't have any belief in myself. I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel deserving. So at 22 years old, I got married. And I was basically just marrying the father who had left me. So unconsciously, I didn't realize I was picking a partner that was not the right match for me. So I struggled financially, I struggled mentally, I struggled emotionally, and I struggled physically. My whole point up to 22. Then I got married and I thought that my whole life was going to get like, fairy tale better, but it didn't. It got worse. And for me, I knew that I had a passion for singing and dancing at a very young age. And when I graduated high school, I had a choice to go to New York City with my best friend or go to college. And I'm thinking to myself, am I good enough? Am I good enough to hang with all those professional people that do this for a living? And my gut was like, no, you're not good enough, because that was my belief. I went through life that way. So 24 years old, I get divorced because we separated at 23, when I was 23. And he came to see me and he said, I don't think I love you anymore. This was after 4 years of dating and getting married and living together for a year. And then we weren't talking, we weren't communicating. So I had a choice. What do I do now? Here I am, 24 years old. I still am young. I still am talented. And at that time, I was involved in a community theater show, and somebody told me about an audition in New York for a cruise ship. And I'm like, all these doubts. I'm like, I don't know, but I knew I had to do something with my life. And I knew I had a passion for performing. So I put on my big underwear, my big pants, and I I just faced my fears and I went into New York City. I didn't even know about the subway systems. I walked from Grand Central down to the lower west side in my heels, you know, and I got the job. I just got the job. And I'm like, wow, I can make money doing this.
That's
So
incredible.
yeah. So from that point on, from facing my fears, taking the action, just showing up and doing it, my life changed. So that was definitely a reclaim my life moment for me. Because up until then, I just was living in my beliefs of I am not good enough, I can't do this, I can't. And I didn't up until that moment.
I think that's
So
very powerful and incredible that, going through fear, going through the things that were holding you back, but doing it anyway and coming out on the other side. I think that's very,
yeah,
so good.
yeah, yeah. And so from then on, I just kept auditioning and getting different roles and parts. And still at 63, I'm still singing and dancing. So I'm very blessed to have had that moment in time. And I think that we all get to a point sometimes where we feel like we're at the bottom. We're just so in the muck that we have to pull ourselves out. And I got to that point at 24 years old. So I'm grateful. And I'm
Yeah.
grateful for the journey. Yes.
What were the 3 biggest lessons you learned as a result of your wake up call or reclaim your life moment?
3 biggest lessons I learned was to believe in myself, to believe in my talents, to not compare myself to others, because that you just go into a whole thing of dishonoring who you are, the uniqueness of you. All we have is us. That's all we have to bring to the table. And if somebody likes us, great. If they don't, great. We just move on. So believing in myself, facing my fears, and not comparing myself to others. Those were the 3 takeaways for me.
I think those are important ones because we can be stuck in comparisonitis. We're
Yeah.
always comparing ourselves to others.
Yes.
Meanwhile, all we need to do is really compare ourselves today, who we were today versus who we were yesterday. And we are our own competition, we are our own judge, our own executioner, and our own performer, all wrapped into one.
Oof.
We get to create the scenario, and then we get to play it out, and then we get to judge ourselves. We feel so proud.
Isn't it great? We're a one-man show, one-woman show.
Yes, yes. And
Love it.
self belief, I think, is also a very important thing. We often believe in others. We believe in, or we trust to figures of authority, but we forget to trust ourselves. We decline our own navigational system to our own intuition for the sake of conformity, society, of things that are supposed to be good, but you
Yes.
don't feel good about them, but you just want to fit in. We all want to fit in.
Yes. And I think it's really important that people listen to their intuition, because on a spiritual level, we are all not breathing ourselves. There's a power inside of us, whether you call it God or the universe or any kind of being that you energy, like quantum physics. There's something in us that's bigger than us. That's powerful to know that. And that intuition, that self-talk, that silent voice that you hear telling you things, that's God talking to you. That's really powerful advice that you should be listening to. That's your gut instincts. And your gut instincts are never judgmental. They're never criticizing you. They're always there to help you.
Totally, totally.
Yeah.
What is your mission now that you have reclaimed your life? Well, it's been already many years since then, but what has been your mission since you reclaimed your life?
Yeah. I am on a mission to help women get unstuck and to create lives that they love living. And I really want to see people step into their power and stop living from self-limiting beliefs. To go from a disempowered life to an empowered life basically is what I'm trying to help people do. And that's a passion of mine. Aside from performing, I just want to help others because I know what it feels like to have gone through a painful existence of struggle and not believing in myself. And that journey, those challenges were all there. They were all there to bring me to who I am today. So I want everybody to know that they can have what they want. They can have, be, do anything they want if they believe in themselves.
Yes, totally. Yeah, you're so right. Oftentimes it could be difficult to come by that self-belief, especially when we are growing up the way we are growing up. And
yes.
all the building blocks go right there, like little bricks that create the foundation of our overall living and well-being and how we live the life, the rest of our life.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So totally important. Are there any exciting projects you're working on right now that you'd like to share?
Well, I'm working on my audiobook, which is coming out very shortly. I have a book called Power Up Your Dreams, and it's part of my mission to get the message out there of empowerment. I'm also singing in an 80s show band called 80s Revolution. And we're doing theaters and casinos and festivals. And it's just a lot of fun. And I get to be the fairy godmother in the theater production and wave my magic wand on people. And that's what I want to do in real life is wave my magic wand on everybody out there that you can have a great life. And I am dinging you right now that you're going to have a good life.
I love that. That's incredible. Did you have any heroes in your life, that somebody who you wanted to be like, or some role model that you wanted to follow, or did you discover it by yourself?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't have any role models. I didn't have any mentors. I had no guidance. I was pretty much flying blind and figuring it out all myself. There was only one person who believed in me, and she was my hero. And that was my high school music teacher, Kathy Bishop. And she said, you have talent. You could do something with this. And I'm like, oh, thank you. But I still didn't believe in myself. Didn't get to that point because without somebody there all the time feeding you this information and prodding you forward, having some kind of coach or mentor or something, you're just going to fall back to the same patterns. So she was my hero. Incredible. I guess my hero was my mom too.
Yeah.
For having to raise 3 kids on her own.
Yeah, totally. What inspired you to write your book?
I never had an intention to write the book, but the pandemic happened and I was unable to sing because the world shut down. So I've always been journaling, and people have told me you're a good writer. So I opened up a Word document and I wrote the word "my book." And I'm like, okay, what am I going to write about? So that's what inspired me was time, having the time to do something like that. And to want to share what the lessons that I learned throughout my life that could help others.
Yes, that's incredible. And the power in writing, I think you discover something, an innate talent or and as we write, we get to discover some other side of ourselves.
Absolutely.
And oftentimes people think they have nothing to talk about, nothing to write about, but we have so many stories, our life experiences. Yes, we finished college or we went to work, but our life experiences count for something as well. And they're not documented in any way.
No, they're just up here.
Great legacy and a point of putting your thoughts to paper and passing on your knowledge, your wisdom, so people who are reading it don't have to spend years of struggle or going, making the mistakes because you already made them.
Oh, yeah.
And you have like a quick recipe.
For sure. And even I have a woman who is 75 years old who is depressed. She wrote me this beautiful, beautiful letter. And she said, after I read your book, I felt a newfound sense of being alive. I was just like, oh, you know, because that's what I want. And that's another thing. Age does not matter.
Yes.
Age, I mean, I'm 63 and I am still flying high. And that's what I intend to do until the last breath in my body.
I would never have guessed your age. I'd say maybe 35 at the top.
Bless you. It's the lighting. I'm telling you, it's the lighting.
I believe also age is just a number. It's how you feel. It's not a chronological thing on the thing, I call it, on a line, but it's how you feel inside and how you experience life, how you live, what you try, and singing and dancing. That doesn't matter. I think it keeps you young, it keeps you motivated, and it keeps you going. And it's such an important part of living, because oftentimes we are so like living in a kind of schedule of things, like 9 to 5 of working and just doing the thing that we're supposed to do. We forget that we have dreams. We forget that we have things that we're passionate about. And then as a result, as an unintended consequence, we start aging because we have not pursued our passions. We have not explored anything outside of our normal expected life that we will be living. So
true. So true. People live small lives. And Dolly Parton said, don't get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. So I love that quote because it's so true.
Yeah. Yeah. We get the home, or we get that car, and then we go to work to pay for the car to take us to work.
Yeah. What kind of life?
We forget to live. And in the end of the day, we don't even feel like we have lived, because the whole day just fizzles out and off it goes. And I noticed as I don't know, when I was younger, time was slow, and now as I get older, I feel like time is passing so quickly.
It's true. It's
we
true.
gotta pause and slow down and appreciate and do the things that make us feel alive.
Yeah. And I think the question for your listeners is, what would you love? Just keep asking yourself throughout life, what would I love? Listen to your instincts.
Yes. I think that's an important message, to listen to your instinct, listen to your intuition, no matter what anyone says or thinks how crazy you are.
Yeah,
you have your own navigational system. You don't have to be like somebody else. You got to be you, because everybody else is already taken.
Yes, we're snowflakes coming down. We're all different.
Yes. Any final words for listeners?
Yes. Yes. Got lots of words, but I'll try to narrow it down to believe in yourself. Do not compare yourself to others. And your life matters and you matter.
Thank you. And if listeners would like to find out more about you, read your books, where would they go?
You can go to powerupyourdreams.com for the book and for my coaching services. And also for if you're in the New York area and you love 80s music, go to my singing website, gloriacarpenter.net. 80s Revolution is the name of the band.
Thank you. And we'll include everything in episode notes. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story and empowering us. And the important thing about believing in yourself and trusting your instincts, I think, is very important. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Irina. Bye, everybody.